Welcome to another edition of the Will Be Blood Fight Show. I'm your host, David Duenez, on Ed Magik TV. I'm in Hollywood at the Wild Card Gym with my man, Freddie Roach. We're going to talk about his great victory over Oscar De La Hoya. How you doing, Freddie?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
Doing great, brother. Okay, well, let's go with the first question is, did you really think that was going to be that easy, or, kind of doubted yourself for, a few minutes maybe before walking into the ring?
I thought it'd be a lot tougher fight, to be honest with you. But then after the first round, though, I saw Pacquiao's how sharp he was in the first round. I knew we had the fight then.
I saw Manny do a couple new things in there. The footwork obviously has improved. And really the footwork made the hands look a lot faster than normal.
The thing with Oscar, I mean, that was our advantage. He has pretty slow feet. He has fast hands, but he's a little bit slow of foot. And Manny had to use that in and out motion. The lane combinations to get out of the way before Oscar retaliates, and it just worked perfect.
It did and stuff. I saw him use the jab a lot more. He circled Oscar with his jab. He kept Oscar turning and stuff. At what round did you really see, hey, you know what? Let's execute this guy. Let's get him out of there.
I thought for a moment maybe Oscar was setting a trap for us, just taking it easy at first. It was so easy for Manny, and then so I said, Manny, just break him down, take your time. And then after the 7th round, because I feel in the 7th round he had him, but then he pulled back because he didn't want to finish Oscar, because Manny's a compassionate guy. Mm-hmm. So then after the 7th round, Manny came back to the corner and said, Manny, it's your job to knock him out. Go knock him out. And he said okay.
And he went out there and did his job and stuff.
Yes, he did.
I know in the beginning of this fight, you said some things to make this fight happen, right? Is there any bad blood between you and Oscar now, or have you guys kind of sewed that up and moved on?
I think we're okay. After the fight, he came up to me and says, no hard feelings. I said, Oscar, you okay? You see, I just don't have it anymore. So, and I had to apologize to Richard Schaefer, of course, because I went a little crazy at the rules meeting on the hand wrap rules, and I was just getting an edge if I could, and just I was just taking away something that they wanted, and I felt I had an argument with, so we met in the middle with it. The commission made the ruling, but I get a little hot.
Hey, it happens in the sport, right? With Nacho Bernstein, this was really the battle of the wits between you guys and stuff. How sweet was it that this was the best performance that you had against Nacho Bernstein's strategy?
Well, Nacho's, he's a great trainer, and he couldn't make Oscar into Marquez, of course, and that's what a lot of people thought was going to happen. But Oscar's Oscar at this point of his career. You can't blame Nacho for anything. I'm sure he did the best he could with what he had. And the thing is, he still has Marquez out there, and that's possibly an opponent. If Floyd or Haddon don't happen, I'm sure people want to see that at the 3rd Marquez fight. So we just wonder what weight it's going to be at right now.
Before I get into the whole pretty boy money Floyd thing, after your victory with Oscar, I saw everybody get in the ring. I was kind of waiting for you to do that Bernard Hopkins type of stand across and look at the audience and stuff, for all the critics, because they doubted you, including myself. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know, Brody. I thought maybe Oscar would KO Manny, but even having the win over Oscar, how sweet was it for you doing something with so much history now, and you're part of history?
It was great. I mean, it's been the best moment of my life. I was just, I still really haven't realized it's true. Sometimes I think I'm dreaming. But it was a great win. Everybody said we were going to lose that fight, and it just was sweet to win it. But I'm not the type of guy to throw things back in people's face so much. Everyone has an opinion, and they almost have me convinced sometimes that I was wrong. But then by the end of the night, though, I'd always convince myself that I wasn't. So. But it was a great victory, Oscar's a good guy. I like Oscar. I just think it's time for him to hang him up, though. It's just Father Time is something we can't get away from.
That's really true, man. So now let's kind of go in with Pretty Boy, Floyd, Money, Mayweather. What's the story with him?
Well, they started talking about it, the fight already. So I hear Al Heyman's talking with Michael Kahns, and they are talking. So that's the fight Manny wants next. Manny says he knocked out Haddon. I want to fight the best. So, Manny wants to fight Floyd, and I think it'd be a great fight. We're gonna have a little tension with the weight issue. I want to fight at a catch weight. He'll want to fight at 47, but they'll be negotiated out, no problem. And then, the money issue, of course, if everything's right, that they'll be our next fight.
Okay, now you said a catch weight at 47 or below 47?
Below 47.
Below 47. And you think Mayweather would try to agree to that, or he's going to try to go with all his advantages?
Oh, he'll go with all his advantages, but and that's why we have negotiators. And the thing is, I'd like to get him down in weight a little bit, make him work to get down in weight a little bit, because Manny did only weighed 42 at the weigh-in, so 40 is a more natural weight for us, of course. And we need, Floyd's a talented guy, and if we can take something away from him, we will.
Absolutely. Let's just say that Floyd Mayweather doesn't happen. That's out the door. Right now, all of Manny's fans are calling out, and they want to see Manny get in with Margarito. Did you ever thought about that fight?
I've thought about it. I don't think so. A lot depends on how Margarito looks when he fights Shane, of course, but realistically, though, he's a big 47-pounder in his prime right now. I just don't think that's a great fight for us at this point. I thought Oscar was, because of his age, and his last couple of performances weren't that great to me. But Margarita, I'm a brave guy, but I'm not stupid. So I think that'd be a little bit too big a step.
You don't think that Manny's footwork would have really outwork Margarito, where Margarito could never kind of close him in the corner? Or do you think that the size would just be a little bit too much of a gamble for Manny?
We could box this guy, but he's so resilient and so tough. He's almost impossible to hurt, and he's in your face all the time. Just pressure. If he wants to fight us at 43, 44, we'll fight him.
Right. Okay, how about Miguel Cotto? I mean, Miguel Cotto obviously has a comeback fight in February. Size-wise, there's not a big difference. Maybe in frame, but in height, that looks like a lot more competitive fight for Manny. And realistically, with Cotto having his fall out with Margarito, there's a lot of questions lingering around him. How about that fight?
Yeah, that's one I haven't really thought of, but he's definitely a possibility. I would definitely fight Cotto without a doubt. That'd be a great fight, actually, and obviously a dangerous fight for us, but that's what it's all about. I mean, danger doesn't. We have no fear. So the thing is, I think that'd be a good fight for Manny. Yeah, that'd be very interesting.
And I've been pretty vocal about that fight. I actually want to see that fight. I think that's going to be, when you give a definition besides the Mayweather of a super fight, to me that's what you call a super fight, because it's going to be a harder pick, and you're going to have to watch both guys and how the training camps and how they're going to look. Even though Cotto, like I said, he got knocked out by Margarito, we still don't know all the answers, whether if he's ready to be in there with one of the top elites.
He's a solid fighter, though. I mean, I think he could beat Margarito if he had a game plan in that fight, but he went in there head hunting, never went to the body, never invested in body shots. Margarito's got a great chin, but if I was going to fight Margarito, I'd go after his body and try to break him down there and see if he has a weakness in the body, because he's a tall, skinny guy, and sometimes the body shots work with a guy like that. But I thought Cotto fought a stupid fight. He's fighting a good fight at the beginning, but he's head hunting the whole night, and and then Margarita's persistence finally caught up with him. But that'd be a great fight.
Yeah, that'd be an awesome fight. None of those fights materialize. Ricky Hatton would obviously be the last to pick out.
Ricky Hatton, he's more our size, 140. I think it'd be a good action fight. They talk about maybe going over there, Wembley and stuff like this, selling a lot of tickets. But he's definitely a possibility. But there's better fights out there right now for Manny. I think, like you said, Cotto and Margarita. or you know, because we won't rule any of those out. Of course, you know, it's all negotiations, and if they come up with the right deal, we'll fight anybody. Because Manny's fearless. I mean, if you ask Manny if he'll fight Margarita, I'm sure he'll say yes.
As you already know, there's obviously when your guy wins a particular fight that people were saying, hey, he can't win this fight. There's rumors already going to be spread out, right? One of the rumors is that Oscar took a dive because Manny signed it with Golden Boy. Is there any truth to that?
Manny has a solid contract with top rank boxing, and if he took a dive, why didn't he go down a little early and take all that punishment? Why did he end up in the hospital after the fight? Give me a break.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, took a dive.
Okay, now, Marquez. Make him follow you or go back down to 135?
No, never fight at 35 again. 140 if he wants it, we're there.
How about 140? You knock out Hatton. Now you're the legitimate 140, right? And then have him come up, and you guys fight for both titles.
Why not? That's definitely a fight people want to see. Manny likes to fight fights that people want to see, and he loves making people happy. So that's definitely a possibility, you know. I'm sure Margarita will come up to 40 to fight us, because he looked really good at 35, and I'm sure at 40 he'll be a little bit stronger and just as good. So you know, he's just a very intelligent fighter. That's why he gives us so much trouble. He's really good, smart guy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a really smart guy. But in some spots you can still see that Manny was just a little bit too much for him. And then there were some spots where you can see Marquez was just a little too much for him. But with this kind of with Manny jumping up so much, and now with this footwork and all that, how much of a chance are you going to give Marquez? And would you even give a prediction on this third fight if it does happen?
Well, I'd like to say we'd knock him out, but I probably wouldn't be a fair statement. But I would love the challenge. I think Manny's a lot bigger and stronger now than Marquez. There's no doubt in my mind we can win that fight, but I know it's going to be a very close fight, because if they fight 20 times, it's going to be just like the first two.
Right.
It's just, you know, the styles make fights.
Exactly. You know, Manny has a sensational win. Congratulations to Manny. Anytime a guy, actually in history already with Oscar, a guy that's beaten Oscar, they have not taken off as a star. But with Manny, it looks like it has. You know, now Manny looks like he's on the driver's seat. He can actually pick and choose, you know, out of the crop of fighters who he decides to step in the ring with. But let's just say the super fights. Let's just step away from the superstars. Tune-up fight. Who would be a good tune-up fight if he's waiting for one of these superstars to step up and challenge Manny?
Well, Timothy Bradley's making a little bit of noise. He's talking about fighting, of course. He's still a world champion. I'm sure it's still a tough fight style-wise, because he's a pretty good boxer. But you know, I really haven't thought that deeply, I guess. Bradley's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure you know more than me.
Well, I heard that Top Rank was talking to Square Ring about Zab Judah.
Why? He's all done, man.
Right. No, I had felt the same way. I was like,
it's not gonna happen.
You know,
it's not just truly. You know, maybe Chavez Jr. or something like that, but not Zab Judah.
Okay.
We want to fight competitive fights that people want to see. Zab has fallen into the realm of like Mayweather. They put you to sleep.
That's great.
Sounds like it is.
Exactly.
Zab, I like you, but you're fucking bored.
I have a guy that's probably been a thorn in your guys' foot for quite some time. A guy that's been calling out Manny for quite some time. Edwin Valadio. How about him as a tune-up? 32 wins, 23 wins, 23 knockouts.
We'd fight him tomorrow. No problem.
When it was going to materialize, I was reading that it was going to materialize in November. What happened?
Negotiations never even started in that fight.
Really?
We were never offered that fight. Never. Talk, yes, but never offered the fight. Never a contract. No, Golden Boy never offered it. Never negotiated that fight with Bob. No, it's bullshit.
What do you think about Edwin Valadio?
Manny knocked him out in like 2.
Really?
The guy can punch a little bit, but that's it. He's like when I heard that he was using Oscar used him as a sparring partner. I said, how slow a guy can you get? He's fighting a fast guy. Evan Valero's like in slow motion compared to me. Nah, great fight for us. 2 rounds.
2 rounds. You heard it, 2 rounds. Okay.
The pretty boy Edwin.
Let's kind of go away from Manny. Let's talk about some other fighters that you got here. We have a hot prospect right now, the Irish Lightning. Can you tell me a little bit about him? He's fighting on December 20th.
Dean's a good prospect. He's not known now. He's he's one of Manny's sparring partners. He's a capable kid, and he's gonna make some noise. I think. He's a tough kid, and so the opponent unfortunately fell out yesterday. So we're working on a new opponent right now, but. We'll get together.
So he's not fighting December 20th?
No, we're just looking for a new opponent, though, 'cause they'll find somebody before then, I hope. So,
and where's Dean come from?
Dublin.
Dublin?
Yeah.
And he's all the way down over here training with you?
He's been here about a year and a half now. Yeah, he's been training for me. He's a good kid.
How'd you get your eye on this, on the Irish Lightning?
He just came through my doors,
Really?
Because I trained Stevie Collins, and so the Irish community likes me and knows me pretty well. So he just walked in the gym one day. So that's how most guys come in. Just walk in.
I know. You know what? I've noticed that everybody comes in here. It's really homey. You got your brother that works here. Really family oriented. You even welcome MMA fighters in here now. Mm-hmm. How's that going for you?
It's going pretty good. I've been training Andre Arlovski for like 3 years now. But I'm getting ready for the Fedor fight right now. I've been watching Fedor tapes for a while. It's really a good challenge for me. But the thing is, I only know boxing. I don't know the ground game at all. I can just teach these guys boxing. So Anderson Silva came in. He wants to fight Roy Jones. He told me, and so I started working with him. And he's not ready for Roy Jones yet. I don't think. But he's 4-0 as a boxer in Brazil. And Andre Arlovski, he'll go into the boxing ring after the Fedor fight. He will box professionally, just boxing. So a couple of the MMA guys that are going to cross over. So
I'm not really big on MMA. I'm not a MMA head or anything like that. But so I want to move away from that one. Oscar De La Hoya. If he comes back and says, you know what, I want a rematch, would you give it to him, and why?
No, people won't. It's not sellable. It was too one-sided a fight, And Manny, he likes Oscar. He's his idol. That's why he started boxing, because Oscar De La Hoya. I don't think he'd want to hurt him. No, I'd like to see Oscar retire, and I would suggest that to him when I do say him, I will.
You were a big part of marketing the fight between Manny and Oscar. What are the things or the strategy you're going to use to get Mayweather in the ring?
Well, it's up to him. The thing is, I don't really want to call him out, because then his price will go up. Because he wants all the money. If he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao, we're there. The thing is, if he wants to make a comeback, the former pound-for-pound fighter, best in the world, fighting the current one. It's a great matchup, but the thing is, I'm sure negotiations are going to be really tough, because he wants all the money, and we're on top right now. Let him chase us. We've got a lot of options out there. There's a lot of good fights out there for us, and I'm going to the Philippines on Sunday. I'm going to talk to Manny about it. We're flying back together, so we'll talk about who we want to fight next, and we'll go from there.
What's your prediction? You get Mayweather in the ring, you're going to make change out of money?
It's a tough fight, because he has a difficult style, and if he lays in the ropes with Pacquiao, though, he'll get killed. So that's not going to work with us. And the thing is, but the thing with Manny's footwork, he gets in and out so quickly. He'll land a combination, and then he'll be out of the way while the other guy's swinging back. Mayweather has that kind of speed that he might be able to catch us. So it's technically a very tough fight, style-wise, but. One thing about it, we'll fight him every minute of every round, though, and push him, and we'll see what he really has in the gas tank, and see how many rounds he really can go.
All right, Freddie. Thank you for your time, brother. My host, David Duenez, my man, Freddie Roach. Thank you, brother. Well, there you have it, folks. I think we cleared it up with Freddie Roach and everything that all the hardcore fight fans wanted to know here on Hollywood Wildcard. This is your boy 97 on There Will Be Blood Fight Show on YouTube.com.